Welcome, come on in. Crystal's here, let's begin. No time for that fake stuff. Diamond in the rough, we dive in. Nose wide. Real talk, hit it hard. Opinions raw and real. Crime talk, that's the deal. Crystal's crime conversations. Real talk, no hesitations. Crystal's crime conversations. Fun around raw, all sensations.
Hey, one.
Welcome, come on in. Fun and raw, all sensations. Let's go.
Hey, Maria. Hold on, guys. Uh, so, I thought I would give you guys an update on my life. Listen, I keep telling you all I'm going to leave Earl alone. I've tried, but Earl does things like call me and ask me to go out on dates with him, and that he wants to come help me and clean my house and be a part of my life. He reels me in, right? Makes me feel bad. Then he gets here, he hands me his phone because I ask him, can I see it? Something I normally just started doing. And every time I do, he's writing another girl. This time it's a woman from work asking her to go chill. And she got a man. I get her phone number, I call her. She tells me she thinks he's creepy and gross. I've caught him on another Dateline, like he wants to come home and eat his cake and eat it too. So I say to him, okay, give all that up. Delete your Facebook, delete your Messenger. I'm not on it. Delete your TikToks. Because that's what a cheating man should do, right? He refuses. Then I go in his phone. He comes here today because all of my clothes have disappeared. Again, he does this. I want to come help you. Let me carry your laundry down. He takes my laundry down. He washes it. He comes the next day, throws it in a dryer. Comes the next day. It took me 3 days to get it out because I can't carry it. I can't reach the bottom of it and I can't carry it up my steps. It's too heavy. I need help to do so. I can dry it. I can fold it on my own, but I need his help. Today I go to fold my clothes and more than half of them are missing. He's the only one who has touched them. This is not the first time. I don't say shit. I deal with the clothes he found. He sits down. He hands me his phone. I find him talking shit on me to my neighbors, to my kids. He's asking me out on dates while asking other women out on dates. 2 of them so far that I found, plus the Dateline. I'm done. It's over. I asked him for a divorce Monday. It costs $250 to get a divorce. I'm demanding that we get one on Monday. I don't want him home. He's living with another woman, and he thinks that that's okay. That he could just string me along. He's living with my daughter and her boyfriend. However, his mother cheats on her boyfriend all the time, according to her son. And he's living in a home with this woman. When I went to his house, he kicked me out, slammed the door in my face, and told me he was fucking this woman. So, Julio, dude's boyfriend, Abdias's mom's boyfriend, if you see this, my husband's fucking your girl. I think you should know that. He told me he was. And that she was going to pay for an attorney for him to get a divorce. On your porch. You should know that. Yeah, he's not faithful at all. Listen, you should see these text messages between us. He's like, I don't know. I want to be with you, but he wants to be with other women too. And he wants me to give him permission to do that. He wants me to give him permission to work with this woman he was writing and telling he wants to chill with. He wants to still be married to me while writing women he works with, without asking for a transfer or quitting his job after he did so. He thinks that that's okay. Last night we go through this whole spew. I asked ChatGPT about you. He tells them the shit I'm saying on YouTube, but he doesn't tell them that he cheated on me. We lost a baby. He knew my abuse from the past, that he hides my clothes, that he continues to cheat every chance he gets and write women, that he wrote my brother-in-law trying to take me off of YouTube, that he's talking shit on me to my neighbors, or that he's fucking his daughter's boyfriend's mom. Those are the things he's not telling ChatGPT. So I send it to him. He cries. Suddenly he gets a call for an incompatible patient at work. The tears dry. He's fine. He comes back and I'm a bitch again. The dude is a psychopath and I'm done. I was counting 21 years. It's actually been 22 years I've been with this man. I have wasted my whole life with him. I have scars from what he's done. Scars from babies that I never held in my arms or seen their eyes. He doesn't care. I quit caring too. Yeah, he asks, not me, him, asking ChatGPT about our relationship. And is it okay for him to fuck other women? I tried Rapper, but you see, he's been working with my local police department to get me locked up. He's refused to put cameras on my home when I told him I was scared and thought somebody was breaking in. He made a big fight about it. That's why the other day when we were listening to Benny and they got to the part about people taking the cameras down when Candace was home alone, I just sat quiet because that's exactly what my husband's doing. He doesn't want me to have any protection. And I don't know why. Along with allowing people to beat my face in while he watches and laughs, it's trauma bond. I have no money. And I feel very bonded to him, and I'm trying very hard to step away from that situation, but it's hard when you love somebody. I have heart failure because of this guy. I gave birth to a baby after he cheated on me to try to keep him. That's my fault. But it's a trauma bond. I have a C-section scar for a baby I'll never hold. He died 26 minutes after birth, and my husband thought it was okay to fuck people during that time. I'm just over it. Thank you, Rapper. This has been going on for 18, 19 years and it doesn't end. How can you be a superhero to your wife when all you do is hurt her? He writes me last night, "You're not no queen. You've never been my king, and you have broken every vow before I have. Every single one of them. You don't honor me. You don't cherish me. You cause my sickness instead of in sickness and in health. You hurt me. You hide my clothes. You're fucking my daughter's boyfriend's mom. You're writing people at work. You're writing my neighbors and talking shit on me. You're writing other women and asking them to go out on dates with you, and all I'm doing is sitting here waiting for you, Earl. Waiting for you to be my husband. Do you guys see me on here flirting with people? No, not since John. Am I in anybody's inbox asking them to go chill? No, but I will be. Anybody want to go chill? Hey, I'm free. This is my engagement ring. I tried to sell it twice this week because I know that we spent almost $4,500 on it. And I know I'll get enough for a divorce since it's only $250. If anybody wants to buy this ring for $250 for my divorce, please let me know. It's a size 10. I actually wear a size 8 now. I gained a lot of weight at the time. It's been resized from a 9, but I'm selling it for divorce money. I believe it's 2.5 carats. It's a beautiful ring I picked out myself. My husband can't even propose right. And on our marriage night, he decided to get drunk with friends instead of go lay in bed with his wife. I don't want your memories no more, Earl. I want to be done with you. You're playing too many head games. And since you're talking about me publicly, you asked me to stop, and I did. But since you're talking about me publicly, I'm going to continue to keep telling people how much of a horrible, horrible, abusive, self absorbed, selfish husband you have been. I hope you never get another woman to treat them the way you treated me. Truth, I don't care if you live or die anymore. I'm done. I'm done with your games. You can't tell me you want to be with me and then rate other women and tell them you want to be with them. That's not how marriage works. You can't ask your wife, is it okay if you rate other women while you're deciding if you want to be with her? No. That's not how it works, Earl. He literally had the audacity to tell me last night, I'm using my wedding vows as leverage. That I shouldn't use my wedding vows. Well, sir, you signed that piece of paper. They're your wedding vows too. You broke every wedding vow we had 18 years before I broke one. I'm fed up with you. Leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, I'm going to. I got to get ID. My ID's expired. I'm getting rid of it. And I'm using the money to file for a divorce as fast as possible. Since our anniversary is on the 25th, our 10-year anniversary, I don't want to be a part of it. I want divorced before then. All right. Now, moving on. Did y'all see this? Fergie's back. And boy, have their stories changed. I watched just a little bit about it, a little bit of it. However, Jamie, the guy with the motorcycle, that's what I listened to. The whole story has changed about Jamie and his motorcycle. Get a load of this.
Come on, Bandit. I think I have a command for. I should have known that I was leaving YouTube because I had told you guys, and I had told people over and over again that I couldn't like continue to stay. Let's see here. So I went and I got a job outside of YouTube now, which I'm not going to put on here. Hold on one second. I don't know why my they're all saying congratulations, Fred.
Thanks, everybody.
No, we're still in the same place.
Yeah.
Even one of you guys got me that a few years ago. And we have a little mascot for the day, a Ziggy Piggy. So he's going to hang out right here. Am I still doing readings? Yes. Every day.
Linda, I've still been dealing with Earl and I haven't gotten 2 messages. I'm so sorry. I apologize to you and I was hoping you would come in so I could say that. Just give me a little time to calm down and I'll reply to everybody who has messaged me. I want you all to know that it's been a hell of a couple days. I just really been in La La Land here in my own world, not even really listening to much on YouTube. So just so you guys know. Okay. Yep, I guess so, Helen.
Huh?
I said if her youngins will call up.
Right?
They ain't never seen Bandit like that. He's always chill usually. Behave, son.
So yeah,
Thank you for
I'm still
understanding.
doing readings. Oh, thank you, pretty sweet pea. Big milestone, 2 years. Yeah.
He looks really skinny.
Thank
doesn't he?
you. Congratulations, Fred. I missed y'all. Oh, that's this. Oh, does it have the goal thing set up? Even though, I mean, to be honest, what is it? You have to type it to. Oh.
Come on.
That's weird. What's the command here?
Roll one.
Well, sorry, somebody was telling me that well, you put cat, so, Luminous, you type.
Well, do you see her? She says, one of my subs got me this 2 years ago. Well, when she left YouTube, it wasn't there. And then she shows us a new pig. So she's still getting things. I'm not being me, Jean. I'm just saying he looks like he lost weight.
Type Cash App together. I think Venmo. I don't think I have a command.
The problem for me is the changing of stories. So they come back to YouTube after all this time, and then they change their original stories. And we can, after he says the bike thing, the chat. After he says the bike thing, I'm going to go back and look today for what he originally told us about Jamie with the bike. It's my understanding the dude's name from his sister was Jamie Cox, who lived upstairs from Zoomers, where he says he ran into Andy that day. But whatever.
No. But anyways, well clear by CPS standpoint. No, the boys should not be returned, and they're not.
She
going
just
to.
said it was
The whole, I feel like the whole. There you go. The whole reasoning behind that is when
I
you
showed. No, I
sign
didn't.
up,
I
this
was
happens
told
all
to
the
watch
time.
it.
Look at Grandis.
I actually got a text message to watch it, and because I've been dealing with a lot of shit at home, I just really haven't had a chance to watch anything. I will catch up on it. Thank you for the reminder. Oh, did she? She just said, I got a new pig. I don't know. I don't know if it's new or not. I know she said she got this thing on the wall 2 years ago. I've never seen it. I don't know what she does. I don't care.
In her closed case, how come she avoided jail time or whatever she had on her record? And we don't know why she's not allowed around children or whatever.
We don't know that
A lot of
for
times
sure.
in CPS cases, to get charges dropped, if you just sign over your rights, they'll drop the charges. And we'll talk about the new PI.
I do like here. So everybody's worried about this brother. I don't know what the PI is saying. I can't see Facebook. I'm going by what everybody else is saying. But everybody's saying that the PI keeps asking about brothers or saying something about brothers. Fred goes through a whole spiel of brothers. And I know a couple other sets of brothers from Beach Creek. So I think it's important, if this PI is really into anything, to listen to all the sets of brothers that Fred names.
And all that. Hey, Pink Moon.
And my voice is a little bit raspy because it's been nothing but screaming. So I had laryngitis yesterday. That's why I didn't go live. And that's why my voice sounds really rough today, just so you guys know. Oh, and one more thing. Guess what I did yesterday? I bought a concert ticket, my first one of the year. I'm going to see Wiz Khalifa and Sean Paul. Y'all ready? I'll record it. I hope you guys will all join me when I go.
Yeah, I tried to get a hold of that. I did try to contact that PI. Yeah. Jensen, yeah. And let's see. He didn't respond back, but I did just leave the line of communication open if he wanted to contact me. I'm not sure if he knows who I am or who Fred is, but I think Fred would be a good person to talk to. We have a few ideas of who the brothers could be that he's talking about. I mean, the main ones that pop to my mind would be the Hayes brothers. Marlena Crawford's the father of her child. Those brothers, and
Ziggy.
They have a half brother with a different last name. I won't put it all out here because he's dangerous and stuff like. I mean, a lot of these people are very dangerous. The Hills brothers.
What I'm thinking, it ain't got nothing. Their names ain't never been.
Me too. It ain't till July. I don't know what I was thinking yesterday. I thought it was my first husband's and mine's anniversary, but it wasn't. That's actually next month. I was not thinking right when I was saying it. I didn't say it to you guys, just in my head. But it's a couple days after that, so it'll be a good day to go. I always need some downtime after days like that. So I'm excited. And who doesn't love Wiz Khalifa and Sean Paul? Pittsburgh Fred, Wiz Khalifa. I'm so excited. I wish Mac Miller would be joining him, but we all know that's impossible. Last year he came with Snoop. My kids went, but I was unable to go. So I'm excited I get to at least see Wiz this year. You're muffled. I'm muffled. Okay, let me refresh. I'll be right back. Is that better? Hold on. Do I sound better? Oh, while the video's playing. Okay, then I won't talk while the video's playing. All right, let's listen because they're going to tell us more brothers.
And it wasn't a burglary, that happened.
Oh, there was that situation. Do you want to tell? I mean, you talked about it. Fred's talked about it a little bit. Thank you, Crazy Mom. Good to see you. Congratulations, Fred, she says.
Thank you.
Aw. So, Chloe's, thank you so much, Chloe, for the Venmo. That was really sweet. But
Venmo. Jesus.
you
I don't
remember,
care about
so
the
Fred
super
talked
chats.
about
It's when
on
you get
here
the
a
Venmos.
time or that day that Summer went missing.
Early evening.
Yeah, so was it, when was it? Like what time you think?
He was probably 15 out of 4 when I seen him.
15 after 4?
Yeah,
So that would be kind of right in the timing.
yeah. But I mean, if that was the incident, though, they would have had to come back to the creek and done it,
I do too.
So you
I'd
guys
love to be
remember
back.
that incident that Fred talked about when he was coming out of the holler and there was a guy broke down on a motorcycle, like a moped motorcycle or
No,
whatever?
it's a Harley Davidson.
Oh, see, I get it all fucking wrong, dude.
No, it's a Harley Davidson.
Yeah, it was broke down right before you get to not Mount Carmel Church, but Psalmist Temple Church. And I stopped to help him.
That is good.
Or asked if he needed help, and that's when
I'm proud of Fred for staying sober. 100% Mimi Jean. It's just a shame that it took him 2 years ago today or yesterday to be arrested for that to happen. I would have loved to see him do it on his own, but he's done a great job and I'm happy he's still sober. That's big strides.
was asked for a relay, and I didn't have no relay or nothing.
With a relay.
It's hard to explain.
Okay. Okay, I was just asking just so in case people
But
like
anyway, I actually went back and hooked the trailer up and hauled it back to West Side Inn for him. And his bike had been stolen, and he had found it on the creek on the 15th around Ben Hill somewhere, but I don't know exactly.
But I thought it was broke down, Fred.
Yes, he does have a
I thought
brother.
your friend called you because his bike was broke down. Now this bike has been stolen, and he had to go to Beach Creek to look for the bike.
His brother, because he talked about trying to get a hold of his brother and his dad to come and get it, but he didn't have no cell service.
unfortunately the West Side Inn is no longer
Did he just say his dad turned
around, so if they had any surveillance or anything.
Yeah, I mean,
let's go back and listen.
I talked to law enforcement about this, or not Mount Carmel Church, but Psalmist Temple Church, and I stopped to help him, or asked if he needed help, and that's when he was asked for a relay, and I didn't have no relay or nothing.
With a relay.
It's hard to explain.
Okay. Okay, I was just asking just so in case people
But
like
anyway, I actually went back and hooked the trailer up and hauled it back to West Side Inn for him. And his bike had been stolen, and he had found it on the creek on the 15th around Ben Hill somewhere, but I don't know exactly where.
Around Ben Hill.
And
Yeah.
yes, he does have a brother, because he spoke about his brother, because he talked about trying to get a hold of his brother and his dad to come and get it, but he didn't have no cell service.
Unfortunately, the West Side Inn is no longer
I didn't hear that.
around. So if they had any surveillance or anything,
Yeah, I mean, I talked to law enforcement about this bike and stuff and the situation on the 15th, the night of the 15th, when they was talking, asking if I had anything suspicious in the area or anything.
was the bike blue?
No, it wasn't blue.
Do you remember what color it was?
It had a rattlesnake skin seat, and the tank was looked like rattlesnake skin over the tank too.
Shay, I think that's all everybody wants. I think all everybody wants is answers for Summer, and tomorrow is her 4-year. It would be really nice if those answers would come today. I doubt it. But I think that's all anybody wants.
So this guy, so basically this person was broken down on his Harley, and there was somebody pulled over behind him,
Yeah,
trying to help him. It was a gold
Lexus.
Lexus. You guys remember, Dawn said a yellow vehicle was speeding out, but this was a vehicle, or a gold vehicle, that was pulled up behind it trying to help, a
Yeah.
Lexus.
Supposedly the one that he had rode with to the creek to try to find the bike.
So he knew who the person in the
Yeah.
Lexus was.
Yeah.
And Fred stopped to help them. And Fred you never seen this guy before?
No, I ain't never known before.
And he put the
I
through
just
it.
trying to be this polite and helping,
Yeah.
a good Samaritan. Because you get broke down on a creek like that, nobody will stop and help you usually.
But you just said he was out searching.
Even if they know you, they'll just grow.
Now he's back to if you get broken down on a creek like that. However, they've just told us that the bike was stolen and they had to go look for it. It's one or the other, Fred.
And this happened this has happened at 4:15 p.m. on that day, and that's kind of a important time. I never really thought much of that situation,
I
but
didn't either.
It was a blue bike. And didn't Jody say it was a blue bike as well at some point?
But
That's the only incident.
Well,
I could think of,
and also Marlena's ex, well, the father of her child, is really well known around that area for stealing, and him and Marlena
Yeah.
and Bill Shipley and stuff. Anyways, and they would
there's
steal
been-
off the wells. They would try to go, because they even tried to get Fred to help them one time steal a motorcycle. So,
Marlena was trying to talk me into helping her and her brother steal some bikes off of Dawn.
so
But I don't know if that's the incident that the PI is talking about or what.
we wouldn't know,
that's the
because
only
we'd
thing.
have to have him
I mean,
contact
I've
us.
not noted no burglary or nothing around Ben Hill area the day before or the day of. And the only thing I know of is just that recovery of that bike,
But you never told us it was a recovery before, Fred. And now you just said Marlena asked you to steal bikes from Dawn and Candace. That's not this PI, man. That's not it doesn't make sense. That's not a burglary. Hold on. It's sweet.
Yeah, and you gotta, and also, like, when you think of there's only so many brothers it could possibly really be if you think
Oh.
about the
Well, I mean,
tied to the Wells. I mean, are they trying to he's kind of trying to say like, oh, the Wells, the way he's talking, it sounds like he's saying that the Wells didn't know
Right.
that they're not involved. But I can't see
I
him
got
behind
there
that part, but I don't see how that's possible. And as far as Josie going back there, oh yeah, Athena and Fred are BFF for sure.
yeah.
Josie's 17, right? And plus,
That's something I wanted to talk about too. Prayer garden. Taking pictures of Josie and posting them all over her thumbnails. How rude, dude. How rude.
I bet it's part of the agreement that Josie can't go back there. They're playing
It's gonna
games
be
and they
18
know
years, no
why
agreement.
that they're not going to get any of the boys back, and they
I
know
mean,
why.
I honestly feel like he will go back once he turns 18. You know? He won't go back before then.
You think he will go back to his
I
parents?
think he will.
Josie will?
Mm-hmm. I feel that way. That's my personal opinion.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. That's the only thing he ever knew, really.
Who are you guys talking
Yeah, I
about?
hope not too, because
Leave Sissy alone. Sissy don't want you picking at her. Quit.
yeah, keep the questions coming, guys. We would love to. There's so much I'm sure we'll get into that I'm trying to. Fred is 100% right. He will go back as soon as he turns 18. Many do. I got a kitten and I named him Perlock Holmes. So I'm just happy.
Here's my thing. Not only that, but he has other siblings and family members. He has older siblings, the girl, the boy. He has nephews and nieces. I mean, he was old enough to remember the family. Let's hope. I don't know if he'll go back or if they'll find him somewhere to go and help him, but I think he will reconnect. Got that right, Helen.
Fun. The kids will always want to be with their parents. Oh, thank you, Randaroo. And tell your brother to come clean. Well, the
Oh,
Hayes
good.
brothers have. There's one that's there's one that's the RSO, and actually,
But I mean, there's many brothers that it could be. I mean, it's
everybody's
unreal that the
related out there.
brothers that's names has been mentioned in the Summer Wells case. I mean, the Hayes brothers, and then you got Brandon Clark. He's got a brother, our half brother.
Oh, the brothers.
Pete's got a brother. David Bates has got
But
brothers.
Pete's-
I mean,
The way he's talking, it
Yeah.
sounds like the brothers would be alive right now.
yeah. I mean,
Bernard
you got the
brothers.
Lott brothers. You know, Frank and Roy and Jamie, and then you got Dave Britt and his brother. And you got, I mean, it just never ending. Then you got little Ricky, which is Marlena's brother. That they've got a half brother, which is also a grave digger that hangs out with Blue Roof Dawn.
Let's see.
It just never ending guess, you know, of who they're really talking about.
Any idea why Summer is no longer on the FBI missing list now? That's a big thing that Fred talks about like all the time.
She
Well,
never
Summer,
was.
Summer was took off the FBI list almost. Well, it's been about almost a year now, maybe even a year, when she was actually took off. I was still in the halfway house.
She was never on that list, Fred. She was never there. I've checked. Please stop.
House when she was took off the FBI list.
Yeah. But she's still on the Amber Alert list
Yeah,
and all
she's
that.
still on the TBI side. And
Not brothers, your brother. So your brother, so it could be a man or a woman. I think he meant brothers
he
because
said brother.
where I saw comments that he was commenting on underneath that he was replying to people, and I'm pretty sure I saw where he said brothers. Like,
Get up here. Come
huh?
He's sharing the Caitlin, I think.
Oh, I think it's kind of early for them to come back still. But come on, Bandit. You don't want to come hang out with the. Hey, Linda Lou. He was on Brooks. Fred watched that a little bit, but
I didn't watch much of it. I don't watch a whole lot of YouTube, really. I don't really watch the
I haven't watched any of the stuff.
My question is, Shay, I don't think they ever brought charges on Dawn and Candace. Now, they might have removed the kids for bad parenting, but there was never, I don't believe, any criminal charges against them. Was there?
Like, not even the stuff with Marlena or anything. Fred saw it all.
Some of it, not all of it.
It was what's funny. What I noticed with her is that she was purposely avoiding talking about certain things, and like little things that she was doing was just really funny. Like, and it makes you wonder why she was doing it. Like calling people by different names and address and referring to them as like a different type of relative. So like it didn't make sense. So she would call her sister-in-law, and then she would call the father of her child Chad, even though that's.
You know what? That's not true. Marlena spoke about the father of her child on my panel. We had a deep conversation about it and him having other children and all kinds of shit. You can go back and look to when Marlena was on my channel. She never called him Chad. She said my daughter's father or Daniel. This is Ziggy making shit up. On my panel, she never called him Chad. I do want to say I have some concerns for Marlena right now. She's not texted me back. I got something about money right after I interviewed her. She does have a TikTok, guys. If you want to catch up with her, you could go over there and see if she's been posting anything on TikTok. But she sort of just went MIA. I have some concerns about it. Even though I stuck up for Marlena, I have some concerns about why she would just quit talking about Summer, and she did. Everybody else is getting money or something, she said. I think she was upset with me because I wouldn't put her Cash App up. That's okay. I understand why. One, she has a habit, in my opinion. Two, she's homeless and lives in her car. And I can understand why she would be asking for money. However, in my opinion, this is a missing child, and you can't put a number on her. Especially neighbors that surround her, that know her and loved her. That's just my opinion on it. You guys can completely disagree. I gave her ways to put her own Cash App out where I wouldn't be involved, if you guys all remember, but I don't put mine out. I'm not going to put nobody else's Cash App on my channel. It's not just her, it's everybody. I mean, unless it was like a funeral and somebody died of cancer, like that girl the other day. Somebody that's unknown to Summer or myself. But somebody covering Summer's case and somebody so close to somebody to Summer's case, I feel should just want it from the bottom of their heart to want to find this child. In my opinion, you can't put a cash amount above a missing baby's head like they did with the billboards, like they did with the marathon. How many times has that been done to this little girl already? I'm sorry, Marlena, if you're mad at me about that. I don't even put my own Cash App up. I do think it's shitty you just disappeared. But hey, what can I do about it?
That's his legal name, yes.
Yeah.
Nobody calls him Chad, though. Everybody calls him Daniel. That's his middle name, and she didn't want to say that because he's a world big known thief in the area and a big problem.
She did. I'm still going to say because she puts her Cash App up doesn't mean that I think she took Summer. I think it means that she has an addiction. I think it means that she's homeless and could use the money. I'm not going to attack Marlena because she quit talking to me. You know what I mean? My thoughts still stand. She has witnesses stating she was at home. They had brought her daughter home the night before. Her own family was there, her mother. She has alibis. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at the facts the way these people have put them out. I'm not saying they're facts. The police know the facts. But based on what these people have said, Marlena's mother was at home with her when Grandma and Candace came and had Journey and dropped Journey off. There's alibis. Do we know where she was the 15th? No. But the night of the 14th, we know. I'm not saying Marlene is not somebody to question or that she couldn't be. Why did she have to come pick Journey up the night before? What did she say? I can't remember. She said it on my panel. I'm going to have to go back and listen. I don't know. What are your thoughts on Marlena today? We're going to listen to Ziggy and Fred's.
Blue truck with tinted windows. No, wish that us bugged Fred like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said it wasn't the Wells brother. I know that.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if he's talking about the incident with that bike. What I'm wondering.
Well, you know, too, you guys talk about brothers.
Yeah.
There's a brother, the one that tattooed Jody Sue. That's one of the Hayes brothers.
Okay.
Is there any Wright brothers around there?
I don't know no Wright brothers.
So yeah.
Here's something I want you guys to know. On my channel, I never want to make one single person a lone suspect. I think about what Lawson and Pruitt and TBI has said everybody's a suspect. We can't single one person out. So on my channel, I get worried that if I start giving truth, not truth, true opinions, sometimes, because some of my opinions are not always what I share with you guys, they're not lies. I just hold some opinions back. It's hard for me to do that because I'm a bold and I'm a blunt person, and it doesn't happen often. And right now with Marlena, I'm just giving time and space because she could have been a witness. They might be using her to be a witness, although the drug use tells me they wouldn't, because they wouldn't consider her a good witness. But in Quentin's case, you did see some with use come up on the stand. There might be an opportunity where they will use somebody. So I don't want to attack Marlena and make the internet attack Marlena. That's never my intentions. Because there may be a chance that one day, if Summer's found, she could be a witness or a suspect. You got to remember that these are the people that were closest to Dawn and Candace. So I would advise you guys, please ask, not advise. Please watch what you're putting out when you put something out, because it may hinder some of the only cleaner witnesses we have that haven't been out here for 3 years, 4 years now. If you understand what I'm saying. And if she's a suspect, we don't want to give hints to what the TBI might be looking at. The only thing I want from these people is safe information that they can put out that won't hinder the case, that might give us something to talk about to keep Summer's name out there. I don't ever want to be put in a position again after the whole Jody Sue thing where I'm attacking people that knew the missing child. Does that make sense? Hold on. Yeah, we have to be careful. Sometimes I run at the mouth and I have to think about what I say. So when you see me do the and it's because how do I put this out there that it's not going to hurt Summer's case in any way? Right. Here's the thing, Shay. I don't want the truth from the YouTubers. I want the truth from whoever has took hurt Summer. I want the truth from the TBI and law enforcement. I want them to quit allowing misinformation to be out there and to stop some of the rumors. It's been 4 years. Little facts, a little bit of something else to talk about would be great. Things that wouldn't hinder the case, maybe them, where they're at mentally. I really liked the last interview with Leslie Earhart. I really do believe that there are other things in Tennessee going on in some of these sheriff's departments and fire departments and churches, government and public entities that may be also hindering the investigation of Summer Wells. The TBI is going through a whole hell of a lot right now because of this Millersville shit. Like, it's no joke. Like I showed you, Summer's head agent has had to go to Washington, D.C. and fight claims that he himself is child trafficking. Because that's what Millersville is putting out. You have all these missing person cases, YouTube interfering. And then you have police departments making accusations like that. It's hindering Summer's case so bad. It's probably why we don't have answers at this very moment. Oh, you have a great day too, Mimi Jean. Thank you for being here. We just really got to watch what information we put out there. We could speculate. We could say it's speculating. If somebody like Millersville, watch my last few lives, Shay. I've been covering it. Look it up in YouTube. There's a lot going on there. I covered it in like 3 lives, I think, now. And I plan on covering it again tonight. I'm not going to quit covering it. It's crazy shit. And it involves Tennessee's politicians. Tons of them. There are full police forces, fire departments walking out of their jobs. There are Christian nationalists moving in and trying to take over land. It's all on the news, WCYB. They did a really good job of covering it. The Old Hickory Dam is where the foot was found. What foot? Where's the Old Hickory Dam, Linda? It's really bad in Middle Tennessee right now with their politics. And I really think it's having a huge effect on how these cases are being handled in the TBI. And the TBI is really like their hands are tied. All right.
I don't know. I don't know. It bugs me, the stuff that they're. Oh, that's another thing too. All these people have been trying to reach out and, send us friend requests and message and try to intimidate and just human foot now found near Hendersonville, wedged between 2 barges. Yeah, I heard about that.
Hey, Moonflower.
I do, Tanya. Thank you.
Me too.
I mean, even Dawn's reached out, tried to talk, make
Yeah.
short talk.
Dawn tried to reach out to Fred. Marlena Crawford, she was
Like Hunter, I've never even seen Hunter even around the holler or nothing. I don't even know nothing about Hunter myself.
I don't think Fred really has ever spoken about Hunter, has he?
And the only person I've ever seen when I have went up to the wells was only one I've ever seen other than the wells and the wells kids there was Damien at one time in the pool.
No, you
And
didn't.
that's the only other person I've ever seen up there when I ever went up there.
In my opinion, Fred's lying about that.
all right. Though Michelle, that's true. I do, Debbie. Hey, Crime Creepy. Yeah, he was just like telling him hair curlers and crime, and Don was just like, "Oh, I'm just staying in my Bible."
Yeah.
Was really thought about calling him, but gosh, did I want to get back into that whole mess?
Dude.
Did you ever meet Allie, Hunter's mom?
Guys, I'm gonna be right back because I ain't gonna lie. I got a fucking fly flying around my fucking head. Go get your fly swatters. Go ahead, Shay. Go make fun of me. I need to get rid of this fly before I have a heart attack.
I just seen her after summer went missing.
Oh, that's right.
Come off the hill from party that night, threatening to call law on me because I was broke down in the road.
Yeah, so that was a couple weeks after after
No, it was about 3 weeks, I guess, after they done pulled off the holler the law enforcement had as far as the roadblock at the end. It's like 1:30 in the morning. Allie and Grand Bun come off the hill.
This fly got me distracted. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know where the fuck it went. If it comes back, let me give you a tip. Something sticky. I usually use hairspray. However, I ran out of hairspray. So when that fucker flies around my head again, I'm spraying it with Chloroseptic. It's the most stickiest thing I fucking have. It makes its wings stick and they fall. No fly swatters here. Use something sticky. And the grandbabies are screaming. I'll be back again. You guys keep me updated.
Black SUV.
Was it Grand Bun or was it
It was Grand Bun. The older lady.
the one with the one? Okay.
I guess it's Grand Bun.
And they were giving you a hard time saying that they were going to contact Ronnie
Yeah.
Lawson.
Talked
And
like they had Ronnie Lawson on speed dial and everything.
yeah.
I wish they would have called.
I see a comment from that Dustin tattoo guy telling PI to text or call him. Dustin tattoo guy. Dustin.
Let's see the haze on.
Dustin.
Oh, talking about Overbay. Dustin Overbay.
Dustin Overbay?
He's got a brother as well.
Yeah, they do have brothers. That's true.
Mhm.
That's an
Lived on Simpson Lane. And see, one of his brothers also owns a Maroon Tacoma single cab with a ladder rack, black ladder rack. I mean,
Hey,
at this
Amy.
point, I don't know what's relevant to the case and what's not. You know, I've talked to law and TBI about so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another one that's tried to reach out to me and harass me is Crystal, of course, but that's a given, right? She acted like we were hiding, you know, and it's like, why? I don't get that. Like, I was on here.
I didn't
No, I
reach
was
out
just
to
on here for a
you.
few, I mean, several times telling everybody that I was going to be stopping doing YouTube. It just didn't make sense.
Ziggy, I've never reached out to you. Please stop. Don't do that shit. I've never once personally reached out to you except for an email years ago. Swear to God, you people.
Sense anymore. And that I would just come on big like milestones or like when big things happen
My cats killed all my screens.
in the case, really. I was really hoping that the first time I come back that we'd have some, you know, big news about Summer, but
I feel like there's going to be answers pretty soon.
Let's hope.
hey, Peachy. Oh, and that Fred was on the run. Yeah, Marlena was trying to say the stuff that she was saying is like, why are you saying this stuff? Like,
It was my cat, Simba, Shay. He actually packed his shit and moved to the neighbor's house, and now the neighbor cares for him. But let me tell you his story real quick. We got him when he was a kitten. He used to just sit on the porch, never leave the house, just stay in my yard. We had another black kitty that my kids brought home, and it was really sick. Like, we were trying to nurse it back to health, but I didn't have vet money, and I tried everything in my power for somebody to take this cat without killing it and get it help. nobody would take it. So I ended up calling the animal control people to get the cat off my porch because I didn't know what was wrong with it and I didn't want it making Simba sick. Well, these idiots came and took, I don't know how they get a black cat mixed up with an orange cat, right? But they ended up taking my cat, my Simba. So I had to go adopt my Simba back for $80, which was nice. They still never came and got the black cat. It died and we buried it. But so I go adopt my cat back. They fix him for me. They chip him. They do all the shit. Him and my puppy, he wasn't a puppy. He was my Chico, my little Chihuahua. I loved him so much. We're best friends. And they played together all the time. They loved each other. They were like road dogs, like constantly together. And my son left my door open and my dog got out after a whole day of me yelling at my son, please shut the door, please shut the door. And my dog ran up the alley. My cat went after him. My granddaughter went after the cat. A pit bull grabbed my dog and killed him in front of my cat and my granddaughter. And we rushed him to the vet. We tried to save him. I have a little box of his ashes. It was heartbreaking. It's like losing your kid, you know? I'm going to cry over my dog. But my cat didn't like us no more after that, and he moved out a couple doors up to another family, and I don't blame him. He's seen his best friend get murdered by a pit bull. And it's chaotic here. There's always kids. So I just let the old lady keep them, but we drop off food every now and again, and I haven't for a while. I need to. They do, but we have too many. Oh, thank you, honey. You want to say hi? You want to be on YouTube? You're shy all of a sudden? Say hi to my subs. No? Okay. I love you. Bye. Her mom ran up and got me a pack of cigarettes. Yeah, they're destructive, and we have too many of them right now. Aw, you can. Where you at, rapper? You want to go to dinner? I'm single. Yeah, my animals are fixed. My kids brought more here that aren't, and I keep telling them get them fixed. Anybody want a kitten? Anybody in the Pittsburgh area? I have one. All right. Yeah. I wish I lived on a farm where I could just let mine roam. They do anyways, but my Taja, like my kitties were always porch kitties till they moved in. Right, Bella? Why not? How old are you? Tell me about yourself.
Just making this step out of nowhere, it was just very odd.
I know, trying to say I didn't complete the halfway house, was on the run, all that.
And when they start lying like that and doing all that stuff, it makes you wonder, like,
I mean, just like she was saying that they took lie detectors and all that, none of them took no lie detector test. Only one that took lie detector test in Summer's case was Dawn and Candace.
yeah.
And maybe Grandis. I'm not for sure on Grandis, but
Grandest did.
outside of them, no one else.
And then y'all getting divorced.
But
yeah, to those just coming in, today is Fred's 2 years clean off
2 years clean.
substances.
We'll
So-
call
They said 10:30 this morning.
10:30.
I know down to the hour and everything. But
10:30 this morning. Right, exactly, Judge Laura. That's a
I
big
wouldn't
deal.
trade my sobriety for nothing now.
Man, it's hard when they start getting pregnant. We just had 2 have kittens, and now another one had kittens. These cats gotta fucking go, dude. They're not my animals are fixed. Jasper isn't. I was waiting for Jasper to turn 2, but all this shit happened with my husband, and now I don't have the money. But I was waiting for Jasper to turn 2 because my sister, who's a groomer, told me if you wait, they'll grow full size. It won't stunt their growth if you wait till they're an adult. I got to find a way to get him fixed now. But my cats, I've always gotten my cats fixed. You have to, man. They're like rabbits.
Right, Michelle. It's like everybody wanted like the worst, but just pretty used to it. Unfortunately. So are you guys really believing? Is there anybody that did I hear Fred say he's seen Damien in the pool with Summer? Yes. You didn't know
I
that,
don't
Cotton
believe
Candy? That's been like something that's been talked about since very early on.
Yeah, I mean, I just felt it was odd that no other child was out there. The boys weren't out there, nothing. It was just him and Summer in the pool, you know.
Even if it was a hot day, listen, guys. That makes me so mad. They're outside, the fly's back. I just seen it. It's going to come around me and I'm going to fucking get it. I have a cousin who's autistic. He was 14, 15 years old. And I used to let him come dip in my pool with my kids if I had a pool in the back. There is nothing wrong with that. Even if he was. Were they without clothes, Fred? Like, that is so ridiculous. People have pool parties where people of all ages getting to a swimming pool together with somebody. You are literally putting SA on that young man who's in the military. Please stop. Whoever started that rumor cracking cases, Miss fucking, what the fuck, her name, oh, what was her fucking name? I used to fight with her all the time. Sanchez. Pam Sanchez. At the same time, they were saying Jody Sue's son was in the woods and they caught a picture of him. They showed a picture of like a 50-year-old fucking man in a flannel standing in the woods. It wasn't Jody Sue's son. Fred, you didn't even know his correct name when you came out here. You called him Andy Jr. Stop it. That's horrible. That young man is in the military. He got a baby now. You're going to cause all kinds of hell for his life. Stop it.
Yeah, and it wasn't even any
And
parents.
I mean, they weren't being supervised or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I pulled up, when you go up a driveway, you can go left or right. And I went right and come up by the basement. And when I pulled up to the top, that was the first thing I seen because the pool was set up where the for sale barrel where someone was dancing at that time.
So why was you pulling up to their basement again? This is the second time we heard about you going to the basement, Fred. The first time the kids were in the basement, locked up, dirty. Now you're telling me you went to the basement door a second time? Why do you keep going to the Wells basement door, Fred?
And when I pulled up, he was sitting with his back to me, with his just laying back in the pool with his arms out on the edge of the pool, just laying back on again the pool. And Summers actually just jumping around in the pool playing. You know, I just felt it was odd for nobody else out there. You know, as I look back on it.
How do you know one of the boys didn't run in the house to get some Kool-Aid? Or a bag of chips or use the bathroom? How do you know Candace didn't go to the store and say, hey, Damien, can you watch Summer for 5 minutes? It's not odd. Quit doing that. You're making Ziggy's subscribers believe that that young man did something horrible to that little girl without proof. And you're putting SA on Summer again.
Really? I hope so, Annie. Shay's chat, they were thinking that CPS dropped everything because there's going to be movement in Summer's case.
Most likely.
But see, they do that. That's very normal for them to drop charges if parents will sign over their rights.
Oh yeah, I mean, reason he signed over, keeping.
Dawn and Candace were never arrested for any charges. Ziggy. Their charges were CPS charges. If CPS is dropping them charges, then that means they have proof that Dawn and Candace did not do what they did. However, the boys are still gone. They've been clean. They've met all their requirements, I'm betting. This is you fishing too far. I mean, has anybody ever heard that there were ever any charges pressed on Dawn and Candace? We heard that their children were removed for, I believe, child endangerment. That would have been the charges. It's a CPS case, Ziggy.
I mean,
it's just so messed up that he's trying to turn it around now. That
like it's not, but you got to, if you sign your rights over, you know, they take and do dismiss the charges on because you have no ties to that child no more.
Right. Fred's right.
Oh, thank you, Candace. Candace Hardwick. Nice to see you both looking healthy.
Fred would know because he's had children removed from his care. Keep that in mind. That is very true. Your children are no longer in harm. You signed over your rights. You gave your rights. You're no longer harming the children. It is a way for CPS to control the situation. However, that also comes after a long history of usually 18 months in my state not doing what CPS wants you to do. You have a time limit to get your shit together. This day and age, I think that time limit should be expanded. I don't believe 18 months is enough time for somebody who's addicted to meth or fentanyl. CPS are taking children left and right, or they're not when they should. In some cases, there's too many children and not enough workers or placement. I keep referring to Harmony Montgomery. Look at that case.
Healthy and happy, she says. She sent a Venmo. Thank you so much. Every day we're doing our walks. Fred's been going fishing a lot.
Yeah, I go fishing about every day.
That's his little hobby now. He's got his fishing license, and
And I exercise too. I ride the bike about 4 miles a day. Something like that.
Could be.
yeah.
But here's what I seen. I seen them talking about their kids and trying and worrying about their kids and fighting and blaming CPS. I just think they went about it all the wrong ways. What really fucked them up was Don getting drunk, fighting with Candace, getting in his car all while live with Doug, and getting pulled over. That took 9 months out of their time of the 18 months of the kids. Oh, guys, something just went in my eye. You know what I mean? That's a big no-no. That's we got your kids and you're drinking. You got caught with a DUI. Nobody's ever talked about that. That took a big chunk of their time to get their kids back. Don shouldn't have been driving with a DUI, and he shouldn't have been live out here talking shit, fighting with Candace. That's their fault. They're grown adults. They had a choice to get clean and get their children back. That's why I get mad when they blame DCS. However, is there an opportunity somebody could have slid up on that hill like we spoke about in my last live? Yeah.
Ziggy works and I cook and clean.
And
take care of the house.
yeah, and you helped me like with Caitlin when she, Caitlin really and him really get along really well.
Yeah, we actually do.
No.
Uh,
I don't think they're addicted to anything right now, Shay. But I know what we seen as Benny read the letter to Summer that Prayer Garden wrote for Dawn, and We Can Bring You Hope was on the phone. I know what all of us that have been following Summer's case seen that night. I know what we seen the night that Dawn hit Candace on Molly Go Lightly, which sent Jody off the fucking chain. I don't think it was ever meth. Fred, meth, admittedly. You could see a difference in appearance between Fred and Dawn and Candace. I personally think Dawn and Candace are heavy drinkers. I think they were alcoholics. I don't think this is one of them moments I'm going to put my foot in my fucking mouth.
they're really good friends. I have a friend that's a foster mom, and CPS does that regularly so they don't tie up the court. Exactly, right, Annie? Like, people think, like, that's just so messed up that, Tim Mullins and it's,
So, not to really talk about Josie, but here's something I want you guys to think of. Josie's going to be 18 soon. He's going to age out. The CPS attorneys are no longer going to be an issue for him. Josie will have the freedom to speak. He'll have the freedom to go to court. He'll have the freedom to go to law enforcement and talk about that day. Whereas they couldn't before because, as Lawson said, they lawyered up. And as Pruitt said, it's CPS lawyers that won't cooperate. I'll be showing that all tomorrow on Summer's Day. Listen for that. I'm going to go when I get off of this live and start putting tomorrow's content together, what I have saved as far as news broadcasts from back in the day and TBI reports. And I'm going to go over, hold on. Damn it. Let me get to it. This set of videos right here that I made, the ones labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it's all fact-based news stuff. I don't want to make Summer's Day a party. I just want to remember her and what we're looking for. I'm going to ask you all to light a candle when I end my live at midnight. Have you all say your own silent prayer. I'm going to leave the screen black probably from 11 to 12 with a candle on it with Summer's face. I'm not making a big to-do out of tomorrow for respect of her community and her friends, family, people who loved her. I just want to show news clips and this stuff. I want to show a little bit of my own content. I will not be monetizing. I'll be live from 6:08 till midnight. 11 o'clock, a black screen for prayer. You can come in and leave a prayer or a good thought for the people that loved Summer. Please don't attack her family, her friends, her neighbors. Let's keep it about Summer tomorrow, please. I think YouTubers instigated. I do too. Let's get back to Ziggy. I'm talking more than we're listening. I'm going to shut up for a while.
He's like his PR, is trying to use this opportunity to make it look like, oh, well, he was dismissed. They were dismissed of charges. So, they did no wrongdoing. And it's all, that's really, and to the regular person, it might look that way, but that's just not, it's not how it works. The kids are not ever going back to there. So that was part of their agreement, I'm sure, and them signing over the rights and the charges being dismissed. So, and I don't understand the Josie situation completely. Is it just because he hasn't been adopted out? I don't know why. I thought he said I thought he didn't want to go home.
That's what I understood him to say, somewhere, or somebody say it. Well, I don't know if he actually said it, but that was rumored that allegedly he said it,
The guy I was talking about, I went to his profile and it has 7-Eleven tattoo.
Not today, Justin. I'm sorry, honey. Not today, because I'm just listening. I only got a half hour left. I got some errands I got to run today. So I'm trying to get through as much of this as I can, and then I'll come back and we'll go over more of it. I just want to make sure everybody's listening because Fred is considered a suspect. So I try to really listen to what the people who are considered a suspect say. My voice, I'm so sorry, guys. I sound whiny.
And Amanda Bernard tagged with him. Amanda Bernard.
Amanda Bernard is she's one of them that went down in the big bust in Beach Creek with James Light and all of them. Her father's actually just went back to prison. He just got busted twice in the past 6 months. And see, he has ties. He was one that pulled Little Ricky's camper and stuff to Chad's place and stuff on the river. Jay Bernard was.
Mimi 06. Hey, how old is Josie? I think he's 17. So who was? Now what was?
Amanda Bernard's father is Jay Bernard, and he's one that Little Ricky was hanging around there a lot, right before that Little Ricky moved from Chad's on the river, Marlena, because he's one that took the camper, Little Ricky's camper, to Chad's property on the river. Jay Bernard was.
Boys were happy and didn't want to return, right? I think that, and I say this with all due respect, he went into care with a lot of problems. He needs a lot of therapy. God knows what he has seen. Hey, Andy Stoner says, was she the cousin of Andy that was driving the blue van that day? TJ's daughter?
No.
The cousin of, is Amanda Bernard a cousin of Andy?
No, I don't think they're no kin. I'm not sure. I think they're a different set of.
Give me a minute, guys. You guys know I'm hacked, right? And that's what's going on. I was trying to pause so I could talk. Fred, you gotta quit coming out here and saying names, dude. The PI talks about brothers. If that's what the PI's on to, I have a feeling Fred may be talking about a possibility of brothers, family, right now. And we'll leave it at that. And I'm not talking Chad. Damn this throat.
No.
Listen to my Brit videos, guys.
I mean,
That
if
moves
you need
campers
it moved, I mean, most people down in there, they'll holler at somebody, you know. But Jay was one that moved that for Little Ricky.
Yeah, we saw the adoption video for Josie. Oh, you gotta move yours. Okay, Moonshine Girl. The videos from last year? Really?
Yeah, the video, I think, I'm thinking they were saying he was.
I'm going to clip.
Oh, okay.
Video was made.
I'm going to clip that part at some point, and we're going to talk about that, what he just said. I want to go back and listen to that if that's okay with you guys. We'll start like right here.
Ziggy works and I cook and clean.
And
Take care of the house.
yeah, and you helped me like with Caitlin when she, Caitlin really and him really get along really well.
Yeah, we actually do.
They're really good friends. I have a friend that's a foster mom, and she just does that regularly so they don't tie up the court. Exactly, right, Annie? Like people think, like, that's just so messed up that Tim Mullins and is, because he's like his PR, is trying to use this opportunity to make it look like, oh, well, he was dismissed. They were dismissed of charges. So, they did no wrongdoing. And it's all, that's really, and to the regular person, it might look that way, but that's just not, it's not how it works. The kids are not ever going back to there. So that was part of their agreement, I'm sure, and them signing over the rights and the charges being dismissed. So, and I don't understand the Josie situation completely. Is it just because he hasn't been adopted out? I don't know why. I thought he said he did. I thought he didn't want to go home.
That's what I understood him to say, somewhere. Or
That's
somebody say it.
rumor.
Well, I don't know if he actually said it, but that was
Yeah,
rumored
you're
that
fake CPS people,
allegedly.
Ziggy.
The guy I was talking about, I went to his profile, and it has 7-Eleven tattoo and Amanda Bernard.
It could be 99 Bananas, but I think it's a little more than that. It could be, though. I don't know who it is. Whoever it was, they were stopping me from moving my mouse on the tab for Ziggy. Might have just been my computer. Who knows? I'm just calling it hacker problems because I have birdies. We've spoken about them. Say hi, birdies. Oh, let me read that. I honestly don't believe Fred's involved in Summer getting gone, but I'll be damned if I'm leaving any man with a sinister past home alone with my daughter. Well, I believe Fred could possibly, in my opinion, have something to do with Summer being gone. You see, Ziggy has some crazy shit going on with what I believe could be playing with money in an illegal fashion. I still believe Ziggy connects to people I know in my own life down in Miami Beach where her father had condominiums and does shit for windmills, which my father had stock and is president in, and that the feds are looking into right now. That's some fucked up shit. Them damn birdies. You ain't kidding. I think that I have cousins that are cousins with Fred's sister or Fred's sister's ex-husband, however she got the Elliott name. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, well, 99 Bananas, that's the problem. My basement's a really old Pittsburgh basement. And my washer's put up on a cement brick. Really, what I need somebody to do is just come take it off that brick, and I'll be able to reach the motherfucker. I can't put it. I mean, I could put a step stool, but could you imagine? I have to, yeah. I got to figure something out. You're right. Maybe a step stool is a good solution. Yeah, your research points in another direction. I'd be interested in hearing it one day.
Were tagged with him.
I'm always up
Amanda
for hearing other
Bernard.
people's opinions.
Amanda Bernard is she's one of them that went down into Big
Okay,
Bust and
no, I'm going to shut up
Big
so you
Creek
can listen.
with James Light and all of them. Her father's actually just went back to prison. He just got busted twice in about in the past 6 months. And see, he has ties. He was one that pulled Little Ricky's camper and stuff to Chad's place and stuff on the river. Jay Bernard was.
Mimi 06. Hey, how old is Josie? I think he's 17. So who was now? What was
Amanda Bernard's father is Jay Bernard, and he's one that Little Ricky was hanging around there a lot, like right before that Little Ricky moved from Chad's on the river, Marlena, because he's one that took the camper, Little Ricky's camper, to Chad's property on the river. Jay Bernard was.
Boys were happy and didn't want to return, right? I think that, and I say this with all due respect, he went into care with a lot of problems. He needs a lot of therapy. God knows what he has seen. Hey, Andy Stoner says, was she the cousin of Andy that was driving the blue van that day? TJ's daughter?
No.
Cousin of, is Amanda Bernard a cousin of Andy?
No, I don't think they're no kin. I'm not sure.
Who are they saying drove the blue van? Fred Hill's sister. Listen to her. Ziggy came back here for a reason. She came back here to change narratives, yo. It's in my chat. The blue van belonged to Fred Hill's sister, Julie. She had her daughter, her half and half daughter with her. That's what I asked Jody about the first time I spoke to her. Ellie Mae finally answered it 3.5 years later, right in my chat. Stop it, Ziggy. Quit changing shit.
I think they're a different set of Bernards.
They are.
Fred, do you know anyone that moves campers and can level it?
I've been out of touch with a lot of them. There's really nothing to it.
Well, I mean, is she?
However, Jody and Andy were part of that the James Light bust too. So keep that in mind. Could it be a cousin we don't know about? Are they cousins that don't speak to each other? I don't know that. I didn't research them because one of the brothers went completely fucking apeshit crazy when I interviewed Linda from Ohio, Crystal Spencer's mom. I'd really like to talk to this PI. I'd like to know what set of brothers he's speaking about.
Wanting to know because it's something to do with summer or what? Is there somebody around the area that does that?
Just individuals. I mean, no. I mean,
that
just
moves
if you
campers
need it moved. I mean,
Mixed race, discovering truth. She's half black, half white, like my daughter.
most people down in there, they'll holler at somebody, you know. But Jay was one that moved that for Little Ricky.
Yeah, we saw the adoption video for Josie. Yeah. Oh, you gotta move yours. Okay, Moonshine Girl. the videos from last year. Really?
Yeah, the video, I think, I'm thinking they're saying he was 15 or
Oh,
when the
okay.
video was made. I think
I could
what
be
somebody-
completely wrong. I just,
allegedly what I had seen, somebody had sent me.
it just seems like he's getting to that age. Maybe he's not quite. I thought for some reason it was 17.
I think he was like 16. I'm not for
Yeah.
sure on his age.
Hey, Ava. So I'm trying to think of, I'm sorry for. Does Fred know if there was a two-tone blue truck running that day, like the one that was at Dawn's? It had been said Ricky Crawford and Caleb Wallen saw who took her in a blue old truck.
Don't know no old blue truck. Not no old.
You remember that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Somebody talked about a real old blue truck.
Yeah.
I mean, they was one that Lonnie Dykes, which is Marlena's brother, he had redone for somebody back.
Wait, Lonnie
it
Dykes
was-
is Marlena's brother?
Yeah. Lonnie Dykes is Marlena's brother, half brother.
But then she had a baby with her half brother then? If Lonnie Dykes is related to her, isn't Lonnie Dykes related to the Hayes?
I don't know. Not as I know of.
Oh, I thought Lonnie Dykes was a Hayes.
Mm-mm. Lonnie Dykes is Francis Dykes' full brother, which is Francis is Marlena's half sister, one that's got custody.
Oh.
Because Lonnie's got a garage that he does a lot of stuff like that, which he's the one that actually does my mom and dad's grave, you know.
Hey, Mama T.
Sorry.
Lonnie Dykes is Marlena's brother, half brother.
But then she had a baby with her half brother then? If Lonnie Dykes is related to her, isn't Lonnie Dykes related to the Hayes?
I don't know. Not as I know of.
Oh, I thought Lonnie Dykes was a Hayes.
Mm-mm. Lonnie Dykes is Francis Dykes' full brother, which is Francis is Marlena's half sister, one that's got custody.
Oh.
Because Lonnie's got a garage that he does a lot of stuff like that, which he's the one that actually does my mom and dad's grave, you know.
Hey, Mama T. I know it does seem like yesterday that Summer went missing. Oh.
Because Lonnie's got a garage that he does a lot of stuff like that, which he's the one that actually does my mom and dad's grave, you know.
Hey, Mama T. I know it does seem like yesterday that Summer went missing. Where is there an adoption video? On the Find Summer Wells Facebook page. He'll be 16 soon.
Yeah, I think he was roughly around 16. I had never even heard Josie speak until I left.
I ain't really trying to protect the child. That's just what we call them here. If you ask my daughter what she is, she'll tell you I'm half and half. I'm sorry if anybody took offense to that. I didn't mean nothing bad by it. I'm sorry. Mixed would be worse. What are we supposed to call them? It wasn't racist by any means. But what I'm asking is why anybody's race was brought up. Oh, because Jody Sue, when I asked her about whose blue van was it on the hill that day, she had told me in an email, and I'll show it to you guys one day if you want me to, that that was Andy's cousin and his half and half, or they're people of color, is what she said. And somebody said who was in the mixed race, who was in the blue van that was of a mixed race in my chat. And I said, oh, and that's because Ziggy and Fred changed the narrative. They said that it was a whole nother person in the blue van that day. It was because of what Ziggy and Fred said. There wasn't nothing racist or anything racist about it. I think people were misconstruing things. It was based on words that the suspects have used in the past. Hey, Gossip. You're both biracial. There you go. Maybe that's a better word for me to use it on YouTube. I didn't mean to offend anybody. My daughter will tell you. What are you, half and half? I'm sorry if anybody took offense to that. My daughter's black. My piece of shit husband's black. Yeah. No, it wasn't a child. It was somebody in a blue van. A mixed person or a biracial person or a half and half person was in a van on Ben Hill Road. Fred repeated it. Jesus Christ, I'm going to be taken down for being racist, and I'm not. Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't true. It wasn't true at all. Ellie Mae, Fred's sister, came into my chat and told us who it was. It was the biracial niece of Fred and Ellie Mae and their sister, Julie. See how things can get misconstrued so easily? All right, we'll keep going. We'll see if I get attacked now.
Listened to that video earlier, adoption video. That's the first time I've ever even heard him speak.
Yeah, I thought we would do something different and have Fred on here since he was okay with it. I just always wanted to make sure he was comfortable with it because it's not really his thing.
No, it's not my thing.
I guess we should talk about too, like,
my daughter was gorgeous when she was a baby Villanova. She had the prettiest, thickest line here. We used to have to and I'm white. I'm white as fuck. I'm cracker as they come. You know what I mean? And I didn't know how to braid or nothing, but she had like Beyonce hair when she was little. It was so curly. And then she shaved it off. I told the story before when some people were talking about Summer being bald. I told the story of my daughter shaving her hair off and her curls never came back the same. I was so heartbroken. I never thought or was trying to imply. Oh, okay. Just making sure. I might have been confused too. I just get worried. I've been so harassed on here discovering the truth. You gotta like tiptoe and walk on eggshells the way you say everything. And I never thought that would have offended anybody. That's all. Because my daughter uses it all the time. And I am. I'm white as they fucking come. Okay. But yeah, my daughter was gorgeous. She has like gray eyes. Little kids that are biracial are beautiful. Beautiful babies. She had the cutest little chubby cheeks.
I'm trying to think of the different things that have been said since we've been gone that I thought we could address. Hey, Mother of Legend. So the money, oh yeah, people made a big deal because we loaned, or not loaned, but gave Andrew Hills $20, and it was just because we were both which I don't, it was just out of, because he was on there saying that he was out of gas and he was needing help, and we just I just I go, well, we had it at the time, so I just said, let's send it to him, and Fred sent it from his account, so it wasn't a big deal, like, at all.
And I've never known Andrew outside of YouTube or Hunter, or
Yeah. You're picking up Fred later and going to the Hooters Club. Josie looks so young in that WJHL interview with Dawn, I know. But in that little video, in his picture, he looks so much older.
Mary J. Blige is a queen.
On the grave situation that everybody's been talking about. What's your opinion on the grave situation?
I mean, anything's possible, but I don't think it's, I mean, I don't think it is, but
isn't it? What were you saying the other day about where it's located?
Oh, where I seen pictures of it, it's right beside my mom and dad's grave. In the cemetery where they was posting,
the way it
the
looks.
pictures I seen where they was trying to say that Timothy Morrison was buried.
Oh, thank you, Linda Lou.
Because the way it looked, the way they were showing it, my niece and then my mom and dad and then him on that back row.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
I'm not going to comment.
Yeah.
From what I understand, they didn't use no vault in that gravesite. Because it's not.
I need to rewatch Andy on my panel. I'm not going to lie. When I come out here and tell you it's my opinion, Andy's story about that dream has evolved. I don't know why. I want to go compare him the first time he spoke on my panel about it to the last time he spoke on my panel about it, and anywhere else I can find it. Why would Fred get on here and say that? knowing that that could cause all kinds of problems. In this case, he just gave us a gravedigger's name. Then he brought up more. Is this to create that narrative? Is this to help others create that narrative? Or like they are literally going to have to go exhume somebody's loved one? I believe, don't quote me because I don't know the Bible very well, but I believe that I've heard in the Bible that's a sin. That hurts people and families, the things they're saying. I no longer have Facebook. If anybody can reach out to the people that belong to this family, this, what is it, Timothy Morrison, I would really like that if you can persuade them to come to my channel and answer some questions. I would like to know their thoughts on this. Some of the things Fred are saying today is complete story changes, and you disappear and you come back with all these switches and surprises. And is it a distraction, Bellanova? I'm so baffled. The whole bike color changed, the whole story of the bike changed. Fred's doing what Fred does best. All of his stories evolve.
Mandatory, that graveyard not mandatory for a vault. Some graveyards are, but cemeteries, you know. But that's not mandatory for a vault.
Listen, guys, you got my 2 hours. I'm going to rewind this a little bit, and this is where we're going to start next time. Tomorrow. Not next time, because I want to go over some more Millersville stuff if I'm able to come live this evening. I've been going to bed really early, trying to. Anyways, getting some kind of new schedule going. Last night I was up a lot later than I've been recently, so. And I'm really not feeling that great right now. And I'm still dealing with bullshit. So I'm going to go. Peace and love. I'm going to try my hardest to come back this evening. Shay, if you're still listening, I'd like you to be here to listen to the Millersville, close to Nashville stuff. Because I think it's important that we continue to cover it for a little while. Until then, peace and love. See you all later. Bye.